Anole me fele mek. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another segment here on Project Purpose. For those of you who are new, we cover topics that relate to mental health, mental wellness, and education on a week-by-week basis. And today's topic of discussion is education. On the conversation on education this week, I want to talk a little bit about energy management. And I think it's an important conversation to have because a lot of us don't realize that it is our lifestyles, our daily practices, the where we put our energy, what kind of activities that we do, or the kind of people that we entertain that will dictate whether or not we gain energy from those experiences or those experiences drain us. And it's really important to recognize what creates energy within you and what depletes energy within you so that you can align yourself accordingly. And it's an important thing to align to because how we avoid burnout is not just about time management, it's about energy management. And it's also not just about managing the output of energy, it's about managing the input of energy. And a lot of us don't know, we haven't quite figured out what it is that gives us energy. Or maybe we figured it out, like we know what things give us energy, what things we could do all day and still have energy to spare, but we don't prioritize those activities. We allow ourselves to be in a position where we're having our energy depleted on a day in, day out basis, and we're never taking the time to restore. And I think that is so important that if we want to live these big lives and we want to do great things, then we need to really be cognizant where our energy is going the majority of the time. And in that period of time, making sure that where our energy is going is in alignment with what gives us energy. And so for me, like my career, it gives me energy, but it took me some trial and error to figure out my sweet spot, to figure out what kinds of things I like to do, where if it is the case that I'm doing them, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like something energizing, where at the end of the day, I feel like this adrenaline rush, I feel good about myself because I've been putting my energy in a place where I'm investing in my energy. And so we all have different barometers, like we all have different baselines for how much energy we start off with. And I'm someone who's high strung, which means like even at my most calm state, I have more energy than most people. I'm someone who can easily bounce off the walls. I need to move. My body needs movement. I call myself, I'm perpetually daydreaming, and I always just want to be busy. My being enjoys being busy, but because of that, I could easily stress out or burn out if I don't take moments of stillness. So part of how I deal with energy management is I do need to give my body movement. Movement needs to be part of my day-to-day life. It's a lifestyle necessity, but stillness equally so, because I can easily burn myself out with how much movement that I can do, but maybe I shouldn't do. I need to create the equilibrium where I need to make sure that I make room for stillness, because it's with stillness that I also will regain energy with all of the energy that I'm expending moving. And even if I'm expending energy and gaining energy at the same time, like it's just important that we recognize that you can't expend so much of the same energy. And there's physical energy, there's intellectual energy, there's creative energy, that there's so many different kinds of energies, and there's different ways that you can balance those energies out in healthy and really mindful ways where you're not working at an energy deficit or you're not creating energy debt. I like to talk about energy debt because we don't think about it, but when we are borrowing energy, and a lot of this is like caffeine and different stimulations that we take to help us pay attention, to help us focus, then that is an energy debt. Like that is something that you're going to have to pay back at some point in time to find yourself in equilibrium. There's no such a thing as cheating when it comes to energy. If you find a way to give yourself more energy for one specific period of time, you're depleting it from another part of your day or another part of your life. So I am someone who likes to avoid energy debt as much as possible. I mean, I do like my caffeine, I do like to have coffee, but I never can allow myself to be so dependent on it that I'm at a constant energy deficit. And those of you who will become, worse version of yourselves if you don't have your caffeine intake, then that is a good indication that you're working at an energy deficit and you have some energy debt to pay. And so the best way to make sure that you're not at an energy deficit, again, is to put your energy, to give yourself the opportunity to do things that restore you. And so restorative activities can be so different for each and every one of us. I mean, my restorative activities are not going to look like your restorative activities. I think also our learning styles play a whole heck of a lot in that as well. But it's just important to have the conversation on energy management and recognizing that it's not just about how you manage your time, it's how you manage your energy. And if it is the case that you need a timeout, you give yourself a timeout. Or if it is the case that need a break in concentration, you need to focus on something else, then you focus on something else. You do what it is that you need to do to give yourself the bandwidth to have the energy to do the things that you have set out for the day. And so I wanted to come on here and have that conversation on energy management, give you that nudge to start thinking a little bit about where your energy is going on a day-by-day basis and what it is that you need to do to make sure that you're incorporating energy restorative activities so that you're not ever working at an energy deficit. You don't want that energy debt when you can create a lifestyle that gives you the opportunity to create balance, create alignment, and it gives you the energy, provides you the energy that you need to do the things that fulfill you on a day-to-day basis. So that's the topic of conversation for today, some food for thought for you. If I have piqued your interest, if you do want to carry on and have conversations around self-mastery and self-discovery, then I do invite you to join us in our live events. So yes, we do host live events over and above our webinars and workshops that we post and we host on our website, over and above the videos that we have here on YouTube. So if that is of interest to you, if you want to join our Game Changer community and be part of the change that you want to see as we play a small role in your journey, then check us out. Check out the calendar that we have in place. We also do provide parent-child workshops for children, focusing on cultivating leadership development skills in children, focusing more so on character development and intellectual development as well. And so the 4 core modules focus on autonomy, self-efficacy, compassion, and self-concept. So check us out. We're here to support you on your growth journey, and we wish you the best of luck regardless.